Finger Larson. Yep, here I am, Brian E, aka Mystic Rhythms 87, and we're playing a little bit of Eternal Champions on the Sega Genesis. Now, I loved playing this game back in the day. This was a great alternative to fighting games like Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat. And in fact, this actually carried over a lot of the stuff. So forget this little text crawl that we got right there. The whole idea of this game is there is this supreme being known as the Eternal Champion who is trying to keep balance within the universe, and there has been an imbalance that has occurred because of several events that have happened over the decades, the centuries, and he has chosen 9 people who have all met untimely fates based on their specific events that led to their deaths, things like that, and he is giving each of them an opportunity to win this tournament, win this contest, and the one that lives will be revived before brought back to the moment before they died in order to try to make things right. So that's how this game goes. So, you know, obviously it's actually a 2-player game, but I only have one controller plugged in, and also this is emulated, so obviously there'd be no need for a 2-player, but that's besides the point. But information lets you go ahead and go through the storyline again, and you can also even see the credits, all the people that worked on the game, and they're all excellent people, last time I checked. Character biographies allows you to see, you know, like the history of each of the characters and their fighting style, and learn more about it. Like, you get to learn that some of them were into Kempo, some of them were into, you know, Judo, some of them were into, you know, like Praying Mantis, you know, Kung Fu, stuff like that, you know. So it's like, yeah, you get to learn a lot about it, and I think this is before you got to learn more about it with the characters from Mortal Kombat and stuff like that. Options, obviously, standard, you know. This is a game that does benefit from having 6 buttons, so if you have it, use it. Game speed controls how fast the characters move and run. So overdrive obviously is the fastest, and you could set the controls. You know, you got your light, medium, heavy, punches and kicks. So you know, you got your regular business. Sound test. Let's go ahead and just do a regular fight. Go for a practice. Now, I'll tell you a little bit about each of these characters. I won't try to bore you. I'll try to sum it up. I'll pick just a random. Okay, here we go. Let's go. Let's keep it to 4 for now. And a sec. Yeah. Okay. So, all right. So we're up against Trident. I'll tell you a little bit about him. Shadow is a assassin who was hired by the Black Orchid, a group of assassins who carry out their jobs, and their main thing is if you are unable to carry out an assassination job, you're next on the list. So basically it's like, do your job or we'll do you. And that's what led to her death. Rex, Coswell, I think his name is Robert, like this, but no, he's an accomplished Muay Thai kickboxer who in the 24th century got cybernetic implants because people were more interested in watching robots and other mechanical beings beat the crap out of each other. So he got cybernetic implants to make himself better, and there was this fight where the fight promoter actually programmed a virus into him where it would kill him before he could deliver the final blow. Jonathan Blade, not Blade from the movies. He's not a vampire hunter. No. But no. Blade is a former cop from New Chicago. This is, I think, the 21st century, where his biggest problem was his temper. He cornered a no-gooder, a criminal, and nearly beat him to death. And that led to some legal action, which led to him getting kicked off the force. He later went back to his homeland of Syria and became a bounty hunter. And his last bounty involved chasing after some guy who got his hands on a virus that, if it were to be exposed to the public, would wipe out 95% of all human life. He had finally cornered him, got him on the run, but it was a setup because government agents were also on the scene and they were trying to gun it out, and that's where Blade died. Jeddah Max. She was born into Russian royalty, and she decided to break away from her stage upbringing and become an entertainer. She became a circus performer, walking tight ropes and doing acrobatic stuff and things like that. And that is part of her repertoire in terms of moves. But one of her stunts went wrong when her safety net was cut when she was walking a tightrope. So she fell, and the net was not there to save her. Slash, he comes from the BC era. Caveman, But he showed a little bit of a superior intellect as opposed to some of his other comrades. And it became apparent that they thought, this can't be right. How does he know so much more? He can't. So they ended up stoning him to death. Trident versus Trident, huh? Well, we could do that. No, Trident is one of the warriors of Atlantis. Yes, the lost city of Atlantis. And it was during his life that he got into a fight with a shark, lost his hand, and that's where he now has a trident on his right hand. It's left hand over on the right side there because they had to mirror the image. But no, he lost his hand fighting with a shark, and now he has a trident permanently on that hand. There is a whole thing between the Atlanteans and the Romans where they tried to fight over control of the land. And even after saying, hey, we'll have half the land, you have half the land, or half of us will be underwater, half of us will be on land, they couldn't work it out. So it was decided one of Atlantis' best warriors, Trident, would face off against one of Rome's best warriors. And the Romans rigged the fight because they had somebody push a large stone pillar on the Trident, crushing him and killing him, meaning that Atlantis was doomed to stay in the water. Xavier Pendragon. A man who was, a silversmith's apprentice, or at least an apprentice, back in the days of 17th, 18th century. And he found out that he had the ability to turn lead into gold. The whole thing of Leonardo da Vinci, things like that, But he had these powers, and he had learned them even while he was, nailing, he was a shoesmith. Like, he was nailing horseshoes onto frickin' horses. So, but once he found this ability, it became apparent to the public that he had this mysterious power, and he was burned at the stake under the false charges of being a warlock. Midnight. Mitchell Middleton Knight. He was a man who was contracted out to the CIA on loan from Interpol. So, came from Britain, and he was hunting down a guy who was trying to poison the water that was being sent to the people in Vietnam, because this took place in the Vietnam War. And there was this whole thing of, you know, trying to get them poisoned and have them die overall instead of, you know, going in there and just guns blazing killing them. Like, this seemed like a more humane way of eliminating the enemy. But he was cornered at the airport. He fell into this vat of stuff that was in the airport, and the tonic, the mixture that he was carrying with him, broke open and infected what was in there. One of the side effects is he became a vampire, and he lived several years, like dozens of years, maybe even I think it was like a couple hundred years, but his body deteriorated because he vowed never to eat the flesh or drink the blood of another human being. So he never had sustenance. But he finally died while he was trying to find a cure for his thing. He died when somebody shot a magnesium stake through his heart. And then Larson Tyler. Right from the good old days of 1920s. Good old mobster days. He was one of the local mob hitmen in Chicago, but he wouldn't kill. He would just neutralize his enemies. He wouldn't kill them. He would just beat them enough to knock them out. And there was one mission where he was to deliver a package to the mayor of Chicago, who was in the hospital after a recent attack. The only problem is that package was a bomb. And Larson, after realizing that he was about to kill somebody he didn't want to kill, he tried to throw the bomb out the window, but it was too late. He died, the mayor died, and a lot of people in that hospital died. Okay, enough of the story. Let's go ahead and just beat the shit out of some people. Alright, we're in Larson's stage. So as you can already see, the game isn't anything special. Ah, damn it, I got hit with a slow spell. But it does at least work. I mean, I've played worse fighting games. Ow. Damn it. Ow. Okay, got round one. Take flat top. Yeah! Gotta love the work of the theater, not even giving a shit about what's happening outside. Ah, damn it! Going slow again. I'll be honest, I kind of like the music in this game. Like, even with it being, you know, the Genesis, like, gems kind of like, oh, this is cheap and broken as hell, you know, like, doesn't really matter to me. Alright, let me see if I can do this. I'm trying for the, damn. I was trying to go for the overkill. There are specific fatalities that you could do in this game where if you knock out an enemy in a specific spot, something happens in the background that adds a little more, insult to injury, you know, that sort of thing. Alright, let's go for another one here. Let's do, how about I go against Slash? And I'll be Larson. Here we go. Right here in Xavier stage. And yes, the stage fatality here is that you can burn them at the stake. I don't think I'm gonna be that lucky, but you never know. Ow. damn it! Gotta love the executioner in the background. And there's an executioner in the background over here. Like, get... Chin up, asshole. I'm about to chop it off. I don't know, that face reminds me of Bruce Campbell. Alright. Let me see. Oh, I forgot you could do taunts. Ah, damn it, I wanted to burn him. Well, that's another one. Yeah, maybe I'll up the difficulty. Enter contest actually is, where you just play against all the other fighters before facing off against the Eternal Champion. And the difficulty is through the roof on this. Like, this ain't the way. Like, even if I were to bump my skill level up to 8 and all that, it's still, like, it would be nothing compared to what we have to deal with. Like right here, I bumped everything up to 8. So I'm prepared to lose on this one. Especially when I get played like a goddamn baseball. This is Jetta's stage. Wow! Damn. Oh, if only that was a second round, it might have led to the overkill. Yeah, it's alright, it's alright. Damn. Damn! Damn! You want to give me a break here? Ah-yeah! Take you to Slam Town! Forget Johnny Wrestling, I'm the mayor of Slam Town. Okay, maybe not. Wow, I got... That's all you gotta say? No wonder people don't take you seriously. What's that? He shot one of his spikes out of his... Ah, damn! Shit! Ow! Jeez! Oh, how did he... Yep, done! Damn. How you doing? Jesus. Okay, well, that was my adventure with Eternal Champions. I might come back to this down the road, but don't expect it. I just wanted to play something new for y'all. So, just like I always say, thank you all for watching, thank you all for tuning in, thank you all for giving me your time and sharing some love. You know, it's making me feel good about what I do. I'm glad I'm getting back into it after everything that's happened over the last week or so. But I'm still standing, and I'm glad you all are too. So with that said, thank you all, and I will be